was actually made pretty clear, I think, to most people that climate change wasn't, on most of the lectures that I've been, climate change isn't just about the temperature going up and being able to grow wine like they do in the south of France and be able to sunbathe all summer. It was about these sudden changes in the climate. Yeah. The fact that you can get a rainstorm coming extremely quickly and you can get droughts. The problem with droughts, and we've had a long drought in Cambridge, you're talking about probably 6 weeks. The land bakes hard at that time. It's bare at the moment. There are no crops on it. Most people have harvested the land, all right, with a few potatoes and 1 or 2 other things. But it's fairly bare, so you will, if you're not careful, get runoff as a result of that, and that runoff will be probably full of sediment. So it is a problem at the moment, and that's again a situation. But we were told about it. We all know about it. I actually believe that energy crops need to be viable. Now, if you're not going to have them viable, then we don't want to be growing them. So one of the big issues has always been with energy crops is how much energy do we put into the crop to get it out. Now, this is a case, in my opinion, for pushing future governments into the use of genetically modified crops. Because if you were to get a canola or an oilseed rape, as we know it, which I know they're working on at the moment, which was nitrogen fixing, then just think of the consequences and opportunities for that. The real concern seems to be for everybody whenever I talk about biofuels, and the second generation biofuels are going to be streets ahead of the present ones that we're talking about. So we're looking at huge opportunities here. That will the biofuels push up the price of food? And that's what, is a way. Now, I happen to believe that farmers should be able to get their income from the marketplace. I think most farmers would prefer to get their income from the marketplace rather than, and it's something I've argued. Don't forget I was chairman of the NFU for West Yorkshire, so I'm not used to arguing this. So I think I think we should be getting our income from the marketplace, and I think there's a huge opportunity. And I think it's about time. And forgive me for saying this, but the public in the United Kingdom and Europe have had cheap food for far too long. And they don't appreciate the fact that they've had cheap. Sorry, I'm getting on a soapbox. And if you look at the price of milk, today, they're getting round about 22 pence a litre. That's an average. Some of them are down at 17, some of them are at 26, depending on the quality of the milk. How much is a litre of milk in the supermarkets? And I'll tell you what, it's a hell of a sight more than 22 pence a litre. It's more than double that. And the same happened when we had, you've got me on a soapbox now, when wheat prices hit £200 a tonne, and they all whinged and said, right, let's shove up the price of bread. Wheat prices are now about £90 a tonne. Can I just ask, has anybody bought a loaf of bread that's dropped by 50% in the last, or 100% rather in the last?
We'll be having a whip round farms
But fuel crops are going to be the issue of the future, and I think second generation, quite seriously, second generation biofuels will be obviously a place in the market. We used to talk about between $50 and $70 a barrel. And then it was viable for most of the crops that we would produce. Now that will come down because of the second generation better biofuels. And of course, there is a risk that we might be better moving to the poorer quality land to grow the biofuels and keeping our best land for growing the food.